You don't hate your life. If you did, you would change it. What you actually hate are your habits. That feeling of frustration you carry around, the quiet disappointment, the sense that something isn't right, it doesn't come from your entire existence. It comes from your daily patterns, because your life is not one big event. It's a collection of repeated behaviors, and behaviors become habits. Habits become identity, and identity becomes your reality. When you say, "I hate my life," what you usually mean is this: you hate waking up tired, you hate feeling behind, you hate scrolling instead of progressing. You hate breaking promises to yourself. You hate knowing you could do more, but not doing it. That's not life, that's habit. And habits are adjustable. But here's the uncomfortable truth. It's easier to blame your life than to confront your routines. Because if your life is the problem, it feels overwhelming. But if your habits are the problem, that's personal. That means you have control. And control comes with responsibility. Most people don't wake up and consciously design bad habits. They drift into them: small compromises, a skipped workout, an extra hour of scrolling. None of these feel destructive in the moment, but habits compound, just like discipline compounds. Your current life is not random. It's a reflection of what you repeatedly do. If you repeatedly choose distraction, you build a distracted life. If you repeatedly choose avoidance, you build a stagnant life. If you repeatedly choose comfort, you build limitation. And then one day, you look around and think, "This isn't what I wanted." But you didn't build it in a day. You built it through repetition. The good news is this: if habits built your frustration, habits can rebuild your confidence. You don't need a new life. You need new patterns. Let's be honest. You don't hate your job. You hate how you show up to it. You don't hate your body. You hate how inconsistently you treat it. You don't hate your future. You hate the daily actions that don't support it. That's empowering, not depressing, because habits are controllable. They're trainable. But they require one thing most people resist: structure. Structure feels restrictive at first, but structure creates freedom long term. If your mornings are chaotic, your life feels chaotic. If your attention is scattered, your progress is scattered. There's a pattern behind your frustration, and patterns can be redesigned. The reason habits are so powerful is simple. They remove decision fatigue. Feelings fluctuate, habits anchor. Right now, you may feel stuck, but instead of asking, "Why is my life like this?" ask, "What am I repeating daily?" That question changes everything, because repetition builds reality. If you change what you repeat, you change what you experience. Not instantly, but inevitably. Start small. Don't attempt to rebuild your entire existence overnight. Choose one habit. 1. Improve your sleep routine. Protect one focused work block. Train consistently. Small upgrades shift identity, and identity shifts behavior. When you begin acting like someone disciplined, you start believing you are disciplined. When you begin protecting your time, you start valuing your future. Confidence is not a mindset trick. It's evidence built through consistent behavior. The reason you feel frustrated is because your behavior and your ambition are misaligned. Your standards say one thing. Your habits say another. That conflict creates tension. But once habits align with ambition, clarity replaces frustration. Momentum replaces regret. Energy replaces guilt. You don't need to escape your life. You need to redesign your days, because your days build your destiny. If you keep repeating the same behaviors, you will keep experiencing the same results. That's not fate, that's pattern, and patterns can be changed. Change the reinforcement, change the repetition, change the outcome. Built beyond comfort. Subscribe if you're ready for more uncomfortable truths.